Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Craig, and welcome back to All Nerd Everything, where I discuss everything movie related, TV show related, anime related, wrestling related, anything that you could think of, I talk about it. Now, I want to do something that I have yet to cover on my channel, and that is comic books. I don't believe I have talked about any comic books or graphic novels. I'm getting more into reading my comic books. I have 3 bins filled of comics and graphic novels in my closet, and I have yet to read any single one of them except maybe a few. And I wanted to talk about one of the most popular Batman issues, graphic novels, stories, sagas, whatever you want to call it, and that is Batman Hush. I know they took elements of Thomas Elliott's character and a little bit of the plot and kind of put it into the Riddler's character in the Batman. There still might be some some there were kind of some Easter eggs thrown out there that we might get him in Matt Reeves' trilogy. But I mean, they kind of already tackled that issue with the Riddler. So, I mean, I guess they can expand on it in Matt Reeves' film and make it a lot better. I have not seen the animated series. I mean, not the animated series, the animated film, but I heard that a lot of fans absolutely hated it, and with the Riddler actually being Hush, it misses the whole. I think they just did that just for shock value, or just to throw stuff to the wall to see if it sticks. And a lot of times when you do that, it does not work, and you don't know how people are going to react to it. And taking things from the source material and changing it depending on how it's done, it can be done well. But Batman Hush, the overall story of it, I love the concept of it. Batman eternally struggling. Batman, Bruce Wayne is has to take on a villain that knows his strengths, not only knows his strengths from physically, but also knows his weaknesses mentally as well. And I think this is one of his best challenges since Red Hood, actually, because it's someone that's very personal and dear to him, that he loves and cherishes. And Thomas Elliot is a childhood friend of Bruce Wayne, except he was the complete opposite. He was broke, didn't grow up with a lot of money. He wasn't in the same financial headspace as Bruce Wayne. The dude is actually kind of a psychopath. But I'm not a fan of this graphic novel, and I'm going to explain why. It's mainly because the hype to this graphic novel. I heard everyone talk about this graphic novel, is regarded as one of the best in the Batman stories. If you were to ask a Batman fan which Batman graphic novel or comic they think is the best, or which ones I should read, they are going to suggest Hush as one of them. I'm not one of those people, mainly because I think it fails to deliver on the hype, and that's because the lead up, the build up, the story is phenomenal. However, the payoff to Hush in the final battle is where they lose me, and it's very disappointing. It's kind of like Titans, the live action TV show, where they do an excellent job at building the villains. However, when we get to the battle of the hero and the villain, it's very much like a 4 hit combo, and that's pretty much it. I'm sorry for spoiling it if that kind of gives away what Hush is, but Thomas Elliot is kind of just a spoiled piece of shit. Now, the build up to the of who Hush is excellent. Thomas Elliot is more of a puppet master behind the scenes. I would describe him as, if I were to describe Hush, Thomas Elliot, I would say he's the wizard behind in the Curtain of Oz. He's much scarier behind the scenes, but when everything is finally revealed and the curtain is pulled back, they're not as intimidating as you were to believe them to be. And I think that is the biggest problem with this story, is that the build up to Hush, like I've said, I have kept saying this and I will keep saying it, was excellent. But when it comes to being on par with Bruce Wayne physically, there is nothing there. I think that the action could have dragged on a lot more. I mean, he did an excellent job at manipulating and gaslighting Batman's rogue galleries to practically mentally physically take down Bruce, while also playing mind games with Bruce and trying to torment him mentally. And all of that's great, but when you fail to capitalize on the villain, when their physical capabilities aren't that great, it kind of loses a few points for me. And while I think that overall the story had, I'm not saying that the story is bad it whatsoever. I'm just saying that Hush was very disappointing for me, just solely off of that reason. I felt like they could have expanded on Thomas Elliot's childhood a lot more. He's kind of here and there in the graphic novel. I feel like Batman's rogue villains make more of an appearance in the graphic novel more than Thomas Elliot does, which was also a problem for me. I wanted to see more Thomas Elliot and Bruce Wayne together, and I also would have liked to seen him put up more of a fight against Batman. And it ends on a cliffhanger, which that's that shit I don't like. So overall, this graphic novel, this story, excellent, but the I would say it's disappointing for all the reasons I just named. So if you like this story, if you like this graphic novel, if it's one of your favorite Batman graphic novels, that's great. However, if Matt Reeves is going to do this, I suggest he expand on Thomas Elliot's childhood, focus more on Bruce and Thomas. Focus more on Bruce and Thomas. Make sure that he's not just a spoiled brat like he was in the graphic novel, and expand on his fighting capabilities, because it was very disappointing to see him get pretty much, like a Mortal Kombat combo, and then that was it. And then the graphic novel ends on a cliffhanger, which, like I said, very disappointing. I'm not sure if we got a conclusion to that, but if I mean that's all I can say. But leave your comment. Let me know what you guys thought of this graphic novel in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.